Tina Knowles done lived about 4 or 5 lives, and in every single one of them, she's a certified badass. I literally just finished reading Matriarch by Mama Tina, Miss Tina Knows, y'all know. I knew I had to because I am a certified beehiver. But this book was so much more than Beyonce and Solange mama telling her story. Y'all, this is American history, black southern womanhood, all wrapped up in Miss Tina's voice, and it is good. I'm going to tell you why you should give Matriarch a chance. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much, but Miss Tina focuses a lot on her upbringing. From page one, she takes us all the way back to Galveston, Texas during the 1950s and 60s. She grew up as the youngest of 10. Miss Tina was known around the neighborhood as Badass Teeny B, y'all. And honestly, from the stories that she told in this memoir, she earned that title. She was feisty, she was a fighter, and you could see early on how that spirit shaped the woman, the mother, and the Renaissance force that she became. But what really struck me was the lineage. Miss Tina paints portraits, beautiful, careful portraits of her mother, her father, her siblings, and their Creole identity, as well as what it was like growing up in a family that worked hard just to give their kids a decent education. Her father driving people to Catholic school in exchange for his kids' tuition to be paid, her mother sewing dresses and costumes for the school just to make sure her kids had a great education. Even with all of that, she talks about how the folks at that school made her feel like she didn't belong. She also gives us such raw and real moments about race, including one story where the difference in her and her sister's skin tone caused a stranger on the bus to assume her sister was her nanny. These moments remind you just how recent so much of this history really is. And listen, fun fact, I bet y'all didn't know this because I surely didn't know it. Miss Tina could sing. She was in a full on singing group named the Veltones and says they almost got discovered. And I love how she connects her deferred dream to Beyonce's realized one, how her experience allowed her to push her daughter forward. Now, she also talks about the tough times, like her marriage to Matthew Knowles. She keeps it respectful, but she's honest. She talks about the love, the infidelity, the ways the marriage wore her down, the moments she tried to leave, and then the strength that it took to finally walk away. In this book, we also get some of the behind the scenes of her raising Beyonce and Solange, how she advocated for Beyonce when teachers wanted to hold her back. She tells stories about keeping the girls grounded, making sure they understood community and humility even when the money started coming in. Miss Tina also talks about her time as a salon owner, how she was helping women get back on their feet, mentoring stylists who later became her competition because she wasn't scared of another woman moving on and shining in her own right. Y'all, her industry stories, I mean, the label telling Destiny Child they needed a new stylist, saying they looked like Motown, the disrespect. She also addresses the rumors around Beyonce's pregnancy with Blue Ivy, and without giving details, she reveals like the heartbreak. It'll make you rethink just how cruel the public can be at times. Now, obviously, I'm skipping over stuff because I want y'all to go read it. But what I will say in this book is that Miss Tina goes on a journey and she realizes that she is enough. It's truly inspiring. As if it were even possible, I ended this book just having so much more of a newfound respect and admiration for Mama Tina. Just her laying out the many challenges that she's encountered, the many obstacles that she's faced, and how she came out victorious on the other side. And it also goes to show that regardless of where you are in your life journey, there is still so much growth to be had. There's still so many lessons to learn. Um, this book kind of felt like I was sitting at the table, like back in the day when my grandma, God rest her soul, was still on this earth, and we'd be recounting like her memories from back in the day, and just the life that she lived. It kind of reminded me of that, like of that oral history of hearing from an elder. um Job well done, Miss Tina. I definitely recommend this. I listened to the book on the Libby app, and it was an extra special surprise to have her narrating the book, and you could hear her emotion in her voice when she was recounting some of the things that were really difficult for her and some of the tough times that she's been through. So I definitely recommend you read this one. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. This is Matriarch by Mama Tina. Go ahead and hop on that one for me. Until next time, y'all.